Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Shar's World Live Unfiltered podcast. It has been a while. We are in 2025, um, and I just can't believe how quick that came around. So today, we're going to, as always, keep it real, raw, and fun. So today, we're going to be diving into something that every small business owner will face at some point in their career: getting a low start review. That's right, it happened. And let me tell you, my stomach dropped when I saw it. I was literally surprised. But instead of letting it take me out, I'm going to share with you my journey. So, how I started my Etsy business, how I've grown since then, and what I've learned from that review. So, whether you're a business owner or thinking of starting one, or just here for some laughs, you're in the right place. So grab your coffee, tea, or a glass of wine. I won't judge. And let's get into it. Have you ever received feedback that totally threw you off? Just pop me a DM or comment below or tag me. I want to hear your stories as well. So let's get into this. So when I saw this review, I was absolutely in shock. Like, I had my phone ping with a little, like a little normal Etsy chime, and it said, so and so's left you a review. And I was like, yes, because all my reviews have always been very positive and near enough 5 stars. So I was like, okay, here comes another one. I open my phone, unlock it, look at the review. 2 stars. 2 stars. I was surprised, shocked. I weren't expecting that sort of review at all because I went above and beyond for this customer. Like, they ordered whilst I was away on holiday. And I sent like a message to them through Etsy stating I am currently away on holiday, but as soon as I'm back, I'll get it all sorted. I ordered the item that I needed. So when I got back to the UK, it would have been there already waiting. I mean, I don't know what other businesses does that whilst they're on holiday, but that's what I did. And, I got back, and then maybe like a week after getting back, not even a week, a few days, I cut out the design because it was just a name. I don't know if it was like their business or whatever. So I cut out the name on my Cricut machine, placed it on, and I said, "Look, listen, it's ready to ship. I'm ready to send it." Sent them the photo of what it looked like, and there was no issues. But then they replied back asking if they can have, like, they sent me like an image and if I could do that. I said yes, I'd have to try and find a way of removing what I've already done for you and send this design off to one of my suppliers that I can actually apply it onto your item. And they said thank you. So I was like, right, okay. So get let me read the review because I was not happy at all. So let me pull it up on my phone. Reviews. This is way smaller than the picture for the price. I will never order this again or recommend it. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of what this item looked like. And she even saw the item before it was shipped, so she would have known the size. And I was angry and I was confused because it's like in my Etsy listing, I have done these mirrors are quite popular, and no one's ever complained about the size. And these are real life photos of what this person was expecting to get. So it's not like it was just, out of the ordinary. It was like really, really weird. And like my internal thoughts came in. I'm there thinking, am I just not good enough? Is this review even helpful? And at one point, I even started to second guess myself. And I was just thinking to myself, why such a low review when you failed to mention my customer service? Like I even gave this person 20% off my website and Etsy for being so patient. But yeah, I get such a low ranking and there's no mention of my customer service skills. And you have different types of star reviews. There's one where you can take as like constructive criticism, or ones where you just think it's plain rude. And I just think it's rude. I don't know what you guys think. Um, but I then had to try and process this sort of like negativity of a really rubbish review. So I then went on to respond, and I will share my response. And let's have a look. So I sent them a message and I was like, hello, I've just seen your review. I'd like to say that the size is within the description. So, read the description. And that there's also photos included within the listing which shows the size of the mirror. Many people have bought this item before with no issues of the size. I have gone above and beyond for your order, and I truly think that review isn't fair. I also sent you a photo of the image before I made the changes, which would reflect the size of the mirror. Your opinion is your opinion, but everything is listed within the description. I would have appreciated it if you had messaged me that you wasn't happy with the item, then leave such a negative review, as there was no mention of the customer service skills I provided. Now on Etsy, you can do a public reply to a review, but for some reason it wouldn't allow me to. When I sent that message, I was expecting an instant message back. Bearing in mind this was like being sent to America, so this was my second US order, and nothing from the buyer. So it's just like, you know. But I know I'm not alone in this. So if there's any small biz owners listening, have you ever had a bad review? How did you handle it? Let me know. Like, was I being over the top? I just don't know. So, we are moving on to our next segment as to why I started my small business. If you don't know me personally, then you wouldn't have known that I actually do have a small business. So where it is now is not where it was like 5 years ago. So I originally opened my Etsy shop back in 2020, and at this time I actually wanted to get into the beauty industry, especially eyelashes. So I looked around, ordered a few eyelashes, and had 5 product testers, and it had like a cute little packaging box. Going above and beyond, trying to create my own business cards, logo, everything else. But at the time, I didn't really know how to really use Canva that well, what other businesses were out there that could actually produce my business cards to a really high standard. So that's what I basically started off with. And I thought, okay, so I've got 5 product testers. Let me open up like an Etsy shop and see how that goes. Well, it didn't go very well because I made no sales. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't make a single sale. So then I thought to myself, okay, there has to be something else that I can do to to try and expand it. So I thought, let's forget beauty, although maybe something that I actually would like to dabble back into. let's forget beauty. Let me try creative stuff because I've always been told I'm quite creative. So I thought, let me tap into that and see how that actually works out for me. Um, so again, on TikTok, casually scrolling through, and I think this was in 2021, and I'm seeing this thing called a cricket machine. I'm like, okay, like, all right. And it's constantly there. So I always think if there is a sign to always just take it and run with it. So I went into Hobbycraft and I placed an order for a Cricut Machine Explore 2 as a like a mini type bundle. Um, I had it delivered to my boyfriend's house. It was not being delivered here because I just didn't know what I was actually going to tell my mom. So I thought it can just go there for now. And then when I did finally got onto my boyfriend's, I did use it, and I was just like, okay. Um, Made sort of like my own little thing. Just tested it out. I, I have to like pop a picture because when I started it, it was awful. It was absolutely terrible. Um, so then that just put the fear and doubt into me, thinking, okay, I've dabbled into crafts. This doesn't look good. My shop isn't going to do well whatsoever. But I had a lot of encouragement from my family and stuff to just keep going, keep trying, keep pushing it. So I did a lot more research using TikTok and seeing where people were getting their supplies from and doing it that way, and then just learning from TikTok and YouTube how to like layer, how to use Cricut Design Space. And then I slowly started to become a lot more confident. Um, and then it just grew from there. I mean, it's not like a massive empire, but I've been able to expand. And then I did my first like TikTok live, and it went absolutely well. So like my personal growth really played a role in my decision. So I was like, I can't just keep giving up at every single hurdle that I get to. At some point, I'm gonna have to push through, and it will pick up, and not to be so harsh on myself. And then I got my first sale. I think I got my first sale in March, and it was for a Harry Potter inspired cup. And I was literally over the moon. I was just like, yeah, get it, get it, get it. There is a lot of challenges that you face when starting out as a small business owner, especially if it's something that you've never really done before. So I was really figuring things out by myself, and it's down down to the help of TikTok and YouTube. And dealing with that self doubt of, I will never be good enough. Like, why are these people getting so many orders and I'm not getting anything? But it's good to not compare yourself to other people because their journey is different to your journey, and you don't know where your journey is actually going to take you. And it's a learning as you go sort of thing. And I've learned so many things that I'm always happy to share. So, if you've ever thought about starting a business but feel stuck, just know I felt the same way. But you don't have to have it all figured out. Just start and let that journey take you where it needs to take you. Um, if you're ever thinking of potentially starting your own small business, craft related or not, you can always pop me a message and I'm happy to share my advice. Because I know when I started out, I didn't have anyone to really turn to. I had like a good little crafting, a few good crafting friends, but before I met them, I was literally by myself. So just do it. Is what I have to say. Literally, just do it. So we are going to move on to talk about how I've basically grown and what I've learned. So, like I said, I will send you. I'm gonna put a picture of what my products look like before and the standard that it's at now, and you'll see the difference. So my skills have definitely leveled up, and I've found new ways of improving my designs, but better ways of applying those designs so it lasts longer. Um, and I only figured this out by ordering a few items from the USA. Um, my marketing, my business cards and thank you cards, much better, much better. I'll have to try and find a photo of what it looked like before because I was using what's it called? I was using free prints because I didn't know of any other companies to use at the time. And like my thank you cards are nicer. I've got some like business stickers, packaging. Everything has literally leveled up. So, I'll get some try and get some photos so you can just kind of like see the difference. And communication has gotten better. I do have an Instagram page for my business, and I've got a Facebook group as well for my business. What I do on Facebook now is have my posts scheduled, purely because I work part time and I'm also a mother. So I don't always have time for posts. So what I tend to do is schedule my posts for advanced into the month as I can for the relevant days where there's most engagement and activity on the group, just to try and build up the engagement and build the community. So I'd love to obviously expand on that community. For Instagram, it's more so the case of just doing a lot of like reels, a lot of content, because basically what I do now is I don't make the stock because I don't have the space to store the stock. So I do mock up designs, and then if I do get an order, they can obviously see what the item's going to look like um beforehand, and then I can just actually order the stuff that I need and make the item and send it off. Nothing worse than having extra stock that you just can't get rid of. And customer feedback, may it be good or bad, always take it on the chin. And it's just ways of how you can improve, your business. So me getting that 2-star review, which I don't think I deserved, I will find a positive from there and think, okay, maybe I need to make the sizing more prominent, if that's the word. Maybe like get the image of the item and actually physically label the size that people can actually see what they're getting, although you can see it in my listing photos of what you're getting. Um, and always respond to the negative reviews without taking it personally. Um, I kind of like wear my heart on my sleeve, so if I feel a certain way, then I will let you know that's how I feel. Um, Considering I didn't actually get a response back from the buyer, maybe it has made them realize, okay, so maybe that review wasn't warranted, but they haven't changed it. I reply back as professional as I can because I was literally fuming. Um, Always just try and remain professional, especially if you're doing like a public reply as well. Just keep it professional because it's public, so everyone else can see it. Um, you know, Learn from other entrepreneurs. So, share a tip or a story from another business owner, um, and give them credit where credit is due. Like, I will always give credit where credit's due. If I can't remember where I got that piece of advice, I'd always say, I was told this, but I can't remember who said it, but thank you anyway. It's always good to give people that recognition and, you know, have encouragement for other small business owners as well. So I tend to, if I see a post or anything I like, I will like that post from another small business. doesn't matter if they do the same thing as me. We're all in this together. We're basically a big supermarket and we all have our own departments. That's how I see this thing. You just gotta keep learning, keep improving, and don't let that one bad review define you. I haven't. So, listen, one review won't make or break your business, but what will make or break is how you react. So take the lesson, make the improvements, and keep moving forward. Wow, that was juicy, wasn't it, guys? If you take anything from today's episode, just let it be this. A bad review isn't the end of the world. It feels like it, but it's not. Growth comes from setbacks, and the key is to keep learning and keep pushing forward. If this episode spoke to you, do me a favor, take a screenshot, share it on your socials, and tag me. And let's keep this conversation going because we all have stories like this. And of course, if you're loving the podcast, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and tell a friend. Just maybe not a low star review, please. Until next time, stay amazing, keep chasing those dreams, and I'll see you in the next episode of Shar's World. Bye.